I bought a budget smartwatch from Amazon for under $50. Did I waste my money or was this totally worth it? Let's find out in today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Trey the DIY Ninja, and today we are going to be unboxing and reviewing this very budget-friendly smartwatch that I bought on Amazon. This is technically called the MoTest 1.69-inch smartwatch, but after installing the app and looking at this, this is also known as the Hero Band 3 P36B. And that's because you can buy this wholesale and brand it with your own brand. So there are a couple brands that sell the same exact watch. This is the 2021 version with the larger screen, which works for me because I'm blind, I can't see, legally blind, so I needed to find a big screen smartwatch. This also looks very similar to the Apple Watch, so let's see what functions these come with and if it's worth my money. So this is the box itself. Let me just unzoom there we go. And it has really nice, clean, minimalist packaging. Let's take a look at the box. It just says smartwatch. What does it say? Large screen heart rate bracelet. So, yep, that's what it says. On the box itself, it has a picture of 3 of the watches in the 3 colors that it can come in. And that is black, pink, and gray. Nothing on the sides. On the back, there are some specs. It basically says that it has a TFT LCD touchscreen. You can touch the screen to unlock. It is IP67 rated waterproof, and it works with Android 4.0 or later and iOS 9.0 or later. It also has a 3-axis sensor with a green light. That 3-axis, I think they mean that it rates your heart rate, your beats per minute, your blood oxygen level, and also your blood pressure. So yeah, that is something that can be found in the latest Apple Watch at the moment. So I bought this watch for, sorry, excuse my son, he's like sitting across the table from me watching TV. But yeah. I bought this watch for $49.99 with the $5 off coupon. I will put the link down below in the description if you're interested in more detailed specs and where to purchase and updated pricing. I did find another listing after I already received this watch and started testing it out for the same exact watch, but under a different brand that had it for $49.99 with a $10 off coupon. So that would make this watch $40. Instead of the $45 that I paid for it before tax. So I will try to find that link as well and put it down in the description for you. Hopefully the coupons are still available at the time of watching this video. Okay, on to the unboxing. This cover just slides right out. Inside is a really clean, nice, like matte satin white box with a finger hold here for you to lift up the cover. In here is a QR code for an extended warranty and a free gift. I'm not sure what that free gift is. And this is the instruction booklet. I normally don't read these because look how small this font is. I mean, I've seen people complain in the reviews that the font is too small to read the instruction manual, but there are a couple of things, key things you're going to need to know when getting this watch. You're going to want to read this instruction manual for 2 reasons. The first being is that it tells you to plug in to charge the watch right away. It's basically already almost fully charged. You just need to top it off to activate the watch. So that's very important. And the second is a list of all the features. That's not it. The second is for this QR code here to download the app. So you're going to want to download the app and just set your profile. Like it'll ask for your gender, your weight, your age, your height, and yeah, and other basic settings, permissions to access your camera, your phone call, contact list, text messages, and whatever apps you want to link for notifications onto your watch. let's take a look at the packaging, the watch itself. Very simple, very clean. Here is the charging cord right here, and here's the watch itself. It comes with a little cover on top you can just remove. And like I said, I've already unboxed and played with this a little bit. So yeah, there is a button on the side here. This is a really large screen, which I like. Let me just put this on my wrist, hopefully. There we go. So it's basically the width of my wrist exactly, which fits perfectly. The screen is nice and large. The band itself is like a really soft, matte, like silicone, silky almost, but a matte silk texture band. It feels really good quality. This has an aluminum body, so not plastic. There's the little sensor in the back here. Hopefully you can see. The lighting might be crazy here at the time of filming, but I'll try to fix it in post for you guys. There's a little sensor here, and then there are 2-pin magnetic prongs for the charger. So that could be a downside for you because it doesn't have like wireless charging capabilities. And if you lose this wire, you basically can't charge your watch anymore. So just make sure you always are mindful of where you put this wire. It magnetically connects. Let me just show you. That's the USB side. And it only fits in one direction. See, it just snaps right in there. If you try to put it in the other way, it will repel itself. It won't let you. So yeah. There we go. It just snaps right in, and it is kind of easy to knock over and detach. So when you charge it, you probably want to charge it with the charger up like this and the watch face down. Okay, it has removable bands here, so you can change them. I believe these are the standard width bands, so you can change them to whatever width you want. Okay, and one more thing about the band, it is really comfortable. The watch is not too heavy, so it's pretty light, and it is, yeah. So far, no issues with wearing it. Let's get into the screen itself. There is a button on the side here. It says it was touchscreen to unlock, right? Wrong. It does not do that. But it does have the flick of the wrist activation. So when you're wearing it and you just turn it towards you, it will turn on by itself. So you don't really even need to touch the screen. If you want to turn it off, you can touch it to turn it off and on if you want to. In the app, there are many settings. You can set how long the timeout screen is, if it's 5 seconds, 10, 15, or 20 seconds long. I will do another video in depth on the app if you want to, but it's really simple. It was super easy to connect. All you do is download the app and click add device. It will automatically activate your Bluetooth and connect. So yeah, super easy. On this screen right here that I have, this is my clock face that I chose at the moment because it's the easiest for me to read all my stats. On the left-hand corner is my blood pressure. On the right-hand corner is the time. I personally can't read that because it's too small for me, but there are other watch faces that show you the time in bigger font, so it's not a big deal. This is the calories I burned. I mean, the steps I had today so far. Down here is the date, and down on the right-hand bottom corner is the calories I've burned so far. So let me just show you the watch faces. If you press and hold, you can toggle through different watch faces. Oh look, that's the DIY Ninja with the boba. If you're looking for merch to support my channel, you can always go down to links below and you can buy a shirt or sweatshirt with the same graphic on it from Amazon, Teespring, Redbubble. I think that's about it. Anyways, this was a custom watch face that I was able to make. There are limitations. You can only choose certain aspects in certain areas. It can either be on the top right hand or the bottom right hand corner. So I have the time and my steps. The font is way too small for me to see. But yeah, it's still really cool that you can make your own custom watch face by adding your own picture in the background and choosing what stats you want to see on the screen. Although the font is not really as large as I would like to, it's still better than most smartwatches, you don't even have that option, and you're stuck with whatever watch faces they give you. So let me go through another watch face for you. Press and hold. And there's this one, this one. This is the one that comes with the watch automatically. See how bright and bold the time is? And then you have your other stats down here on the bottom, your steps on the top, and it'll show you based on this line how close you are to reaching your step goal. You can also set the amount of steps that you want to reach daily in the app. So whether it's 10,000 or even more than 10,000, which is awesome, you can also do that. And let's just scroll. If you go from the top down, these are some quick settings for you. This is the haptic feedback. You can turn it on or off to save battery. And let's say I have it on. There's also a battery saving mode, which when I press that, it dims the screen and turns off the haptic feedback. It also turns off the wrist flick option to look at the screen. So now when I do this, oops, let me turn this off. When I flick my wrist, it won't turn on anymore. You have to actually physically press that button to turn on the screen in the battery saving mode. So that's something to note if that's important to you. There is a brightness setting. So you can go from super bright to super dim and somewhere in the middle. I'll go a little brighter there. There is a flashlight mode, which turns your watch face into a flashlight at night. This is bright enough for you to shine on something for most people. And you can just swipe from the left to the right to go back. Here is your weather. Right now, there's the weather here. Again, you could swipe from the left to the right to go back. And there are settings here. Let's zoom in because I can't read the font. So you can control your camera shutter. There is a power off to reset the watch if you need to. There is an about section. So there's the camera shutter. You can also control, like basically play or pause your music player. What's down here? The brightness here, you can control here instead of the button. You can turn it up or down using these two arrows. And there's a timer function. The mute on and off, I'm not sure what that does exactly. It comes automatically on. I turned it off. I saw no difference, so I'm not sure what that's for. If anyone knows, please leave it down in the comment below. You can reset all the settings in your watch. And that's about it for the settings. Okay, so here is your watch face. This one has the steps, the time, your distance, I believe, your date, battery life. So this one has the most things shown on the screen. Again, I like to leave it on the stats that I can just look at a quick glance. So I like to put it on this one. And I switch around here and there. So here, when you swipe from the bottom to the top, you have your step counter, your pedometer. So this is early in the morning and I just did a Mad Fit dance workout. So I did 2,529 steps. Right here is your sleep tracker. This is awesome. Like there are so many detailed specs in the app when you look at it. Like right here, I'll just tell you the hours and the minutes and then which ones are restful and which ones were light sleeps. And there's my timeout. I have my timeout function set on 10 seconds, so that's that. And here is your beats per minute. And to get your reading, you just click on the number and it will start scanning for you, but I don't have the watch on, so. Here is the fitness tracking activities. You can choose between 8 activities. I have walking, running, what does that say? Let's see, oops. Cycling, biking, which is cool. Skipping, that's also cool. Badminton, baseball, football, and swimming. So since this is technically a waterproof watch, you can take it swimming, I believe, for up to half an hour. I normally just stick to walking. But once you start an activity, it will start the timer and it will keep track of how many calories burned, your distance, your speed, and your heart rate and oxygen level and things like that, other stats. And when you want to stop it, you can either click the button or press swipe swipe left to right, and you can pause your workout if you take a break, or you can stop your workout and it will ask you to confirm. You just press the check mark, like yes, I'm done, thanks. Here is your blood pressure monitor. Again, you just press on the numbers for it to start reading. It will show you a graph of what you've already measured so far throughout the day. And here is your blood oxygen level. Again, click on the number to start reading. And for the blood pressure, if like me, I don't know what these readings mean, right? On the app, it gives you more detailed information with the graph saying whether it's a good or healthy or moderate or high, things like that. So the app has a lot more detailed specs and information for you. And then you have the weather app, and you have the stress reliever. Basically, this is called a breathing exercise. So once you start it, it'll tell you to inhale, exhale, when to inhale and exhale, for helping you calm down and kind of meditate. Okay, so swiping from the right to the left will bring you to your notifications. Let's just go into my Instagram here, and basically you can see the font is really small for me. I mean, I think for most people you'll be able to read it pretty easily. For me, my eyes are just super bad, so I can't read them, but at least I'm notified of when I do have a message or something. So we can do that. And yeah, and then when you get a phone call, it'll tell you who's calling, and you can either hang up or just confirm that you've seen the notification. You can't answer on this phone, which is another downside to this. You can't, there's no speaker because it's waterproof and things like that. So yeah, but at least you can hang up the phone if it's like a spam call or something like that. So those are all the features, I believe, on this smartwatch. And for the money, I must say it's totally worth it. I have been comparing it to my Samsung Health app. So before, I would have to carry my phone, my big bulky phone, everywhere just to count my steps and do everything and check my blood oxygen level and heart rate. I did compare it. It is pretty similar in accuracy, though not exact. Close enough, and the fact that they give you like a graph and a chart to just compare your specs is good, so that you know there's no like drastic changes. Then you should be okay. Once again, these are not meant to like diagnose any health issues, so just make sure you always check with your doctor. But it's just good to keep an eye on when you're working out, if your beats per minute is in that range to burn calories, and then also your blood pressure and things are not too drastically changed from your resting state, and blood oxygen level same. So yeah. So to recap, was this watch worth less than $50? Totally. It has all the functions of the latest, greatest, most expensive, like $600 Apple Watch. Accuracy is questionable, but accurate enough for the price, you know what I mean? Just to keep track of something. I'm just starting to try to get back in shape and get a little healthier, so this was perfect for me. The screen is nice and large and easy for me to read the stats that I need to read at a moment's glance. Yeah, I don't have to worry about it getting wet. I love the versatility in the watch faces. I forgot to mention that in the app itself, there are actually like a whole bunch more watch faces that you can download. However, you can only store, I believe, 5 at a time on the watch. So if you download more, it'll just replace the last watch face that you had on there. And what else? Yeah, it's comfortable to wear, it's easy to use, it's simple, and it's great. Oh, another thing, one con that I did notice was that when I went in the car, and I was sitting in the car, I wasn't moving, I wasn't walking, I wasn't working out. This is probably a common thing for most step trackers, but it was counting steps from me just sitting in the car. So that's something that may add to the inaccuracy. And then also when I am walking, sometimes it doesn't seem to count it like right away. It will just update itself later, which is kind of a little bit funny, but overall I would say in general it's pretty accurate. Another thing was that I had a little issue with the sleep tracker. The first day I got this, I did end up just passing out, taking a nap, and it said I slept for 0 hours, 0 minutes, which was not true. So I just restarted the watch in the settings and restarted the app, and then that night it did track accurately. So I don't know if it's just, it only keeps track of your sleep during certain times of the day, or like at night only, starting from, let's say, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. to whatever, or if it just glitches and doesn't work sometimes. Another thing was that, so this reading was from last night, and when I checked the app, it said 00, so I just had to restart my phone and then it updated to the app. So sometimes you may just have to restart the device, but overall the sleep metrics and all the information it gives you is really interesting and very helpful when trying to get a more restful sleep. Let's see, what else was a con? Oh, the battery life is decent for everything it does. I do check my watch a lot, and I do have the brightness set pretty high, and I don't use battery saving mode most of the time, and it lasted for about 2 days. I probably could have pushed it to about 2.5, but I did charge it this morning to make this video. So that's the battery life, and yeah, I think that's about it. This is definitely worth your money. I would recommend, if you've never had a smartwatch before like me, that this is worth it and you don't want to spend a lot of money on a bigger brand, and if you're not sure you like it or not. So this is definitely something for me, since the screen is so large at a very affordable price, really easy interface. Like when you see me scrolling, there is like a millisecond lag, or a 1 second lag, I guess, but it's really not that big a deal. And yep, I definitely recommend this. This was worth it. Make sure to check the link down in the description below if you're interested in more detailed specs and updated pricing of this watch. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.